I think what I'd emphasize in talking about the middle class is the example that you started with. We're talking about people who are on the minimum wage at one end, people who are on the alternative minimum tax on the other end. I'm not sure there is anyone who is both on the minimum wage and on the AMT. but
maybe they have a good marriage.
Or they're working 150 hours a week.
Yeah, right. But it extends beyond that too. There are people who are income high enough to be on the AMT who don't have health insurance. That becomes a major concern. There are people with relatively high incomes that live, as Bruce will undoubtedly talk about, in rural versus suburban versus urban areas. They face a very different set of issues. Tax reform, it seems to me, is going to be a major policy that will affect the middle class coming up. Retirement security, there are a number of options that could make the system work better for the typical middle class household. And so it's very hard to define. We've come to understand that there's diversity among the low-income population, and in the last few years we've understood very well that there's diversity in the high-income population, with the people who are only making $100 million looking enviously at the people that are making $1 billion. The middle class is just about as diverse, and if you think of it as going from 15 to maybe in some cases 150,000. I don't know. I don't want to put firm numbers on it, but if you live in the suburbs of New York City or the suburbs of Washington, $50,000, $60,000 is not really what you call comfortable middle class income, and so it's a very diverse group. I don't know that a politician can, quote, target the middle class. I do think that whoever wins the middle class is likely to win the whole thing because it's such a big group.